Hello students, I'm back again for the third episode for class 10 science for the chapter light reflection and refraction. So in this video we will discuss about image formation by convex mirror, sign convention of mirrors and mirror formula. So let's begin. Hello students, welcome to the third episode of the chapter light reflection and refraction. Here in this video, first topic I have taken is the rules for obtaining images formed by convex mirror. So what is the rule 1? So let's see rule 1. So first I will draw the convex mirror. So reflecting surface is this one. Okay. So I'm drawing here the principal axis. This point will be P pole. This one is principal focus and this one is center of curvature. Okay, this is the center of the hollow spherical mirror that has been cut into a convex mirror. Okay, so first rules, what it tells that if a ray of light falls in a convex mirror parallel to the principal axis, what? Parallel to the principal axis of a convex mirror, it appears to pass through the principal focus. Okay, it appears, but actually what happens here? It diverges. After reflection, it diverges from the convex mirror. Okay, so rule 2 is, what is rule 2? So again I will draw a convex mirror here and principal axis, this is pole, this is principal focus and this one is center of curvature. Okay, so when the light rays goes towards center of curvature, okay, after reflection it again passes through the center of curvature, but it appears to be passes through center of curvature. This is our second rule. Thank you and take care. Next rule, third rule is, again I will draw a convex mirror. Again I will draw a principal axis. This one is pole, this one is center principal focus and this one is center of curvature. So when light rays goes towards the focus, okay, when the light rays goes towards the focus, after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. Okay, it becomes parallel to the principal axis, but what we see, it appears to go from the principal focus. Okay, so rule 4, again I will draw this one convex mirror. I will draw principal axis. This one is pole, this one is principal focus and this one is center of curvature. So if a light rays falls into the pole of a convex mirror, so it will make some angle here. That angle will be angle of incidence. So the same angle after reflection, they will make a same angle with the angle of incidence and they will be reflected back. Okay, that is called as the angle of reflection. So that means I should be equal to R. So these are the rules of convex mirror. Using these rules, we will now draw the image formation by a convex mirror. So that will be our next topic. So now we will discuss image formation by convex mirror. So first, where is the object? The object is at infinity. Where? At infinity. So let me draw a convex mirror. So this one is pole, this one is principal focus, this one is center of curvature. Okay, behind the mirror, principal focus and center of curvature will be there in convex mirror, and in front of concave mirror, principal focus and center of curvature will be there. Okay, so now where is our object? It is at infinity. Okay, somewhere in the infinity. So now light will be coming through there, infinity. So first light will be coming parallel to the principal axis. Okay, and then after what it appears to go from the principal focus. But actually what happens here? It will diverge. Okay, so in our earlier videos we have talked about the definition of the image. So image always it will be formed when two reflected rays will meet each other. Okay, so now I have to draw another ray of light coming from the infinity, and then after again it will be diverges, but actually it appears to move from the or go from the principal focus. So see here, our image is formed at the principal focus. Okay, so I can draw another ray diagram when the object is at infinity. Okay, because light rays can be from anywhere, everywhere. Okay, it is not only that it will be coming parallel to the principal axis, it may not come parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so let me draw first convex mirror. It is principal axis. So as I have told, principal focus will be behind the mirror. This is the reflecting surface, that means this is the front surface of the mirror. So behind the mirror it will have principal focus and center of curvature. Okay, so now here I can draw, suppose, a ray of light that is not parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so what will happen? Actually it will diverges back after reflection, but what it seems it will go a little bit diverging their paths. Okay, and another light rays, if I draw from here, it is pole. So it appears to go from here, but after reflection it will be diverges. So where is our image formed? It is in A dash B dash. This is our image. Okay, so if you see here where the image is forming, it is forming behind the mirror, and if it is behind the mirror, so it will have the virtual and erect image. Okay, if you see here, the image is not inverted here, it is erect. Okay, so first point what we need, that is the position. Okay, so position will be where? It will be at focus. Okay, here also if you see, at focus. And next one, we need the nature. What will be the nature? Nature is always virtual and erect. So whenever the image is formed behind the mirror, that is virtual and erect. Okay, in concave mirror we are getting image in front of the mirror, so that becomes real and inverted. Okay, so now third one is the size. So if you see the size of the image, it is much more smaller than the object size. Okay, so here also it is point size and it is also very small. So for small, very small, we can write highly diminished. Okay, so this is the image formation when the object is at infinity. I hope you have understood this one. So next, where is the object? Between pole and infinity. Okay, so now I will draw a convex mirror. This one is principal axis, this one is pole, this one is principal focus, and this one is center of curvature. So now where is our object? It is in between pole and infinity. So I will place the object here, that is AB. Okay, So first ray of light will go parallel to the principal axis. Okay, and then after it will actually diverge back, but what it is, it appears to move from the principal focus. Okay, now next one, if I draw here, next ray of light, it will go towards the center of curvature. Okay, this is center of curvature, and it will move back after reflection through the center of curvature. So if I draw here, so after meeting two reflected rays, this is our image. Okay, A dash, B dash. Okay, now again, if I talk about the position of the image, what it is, in between pole and focus. Okay, nature, so our image is forming behind the mirror, so it will be virtual, and so it is same as the object, it is, so that's why it is erect. Okay, so next one is the size, it is smaller than the object, so what we can write, we can write diminished. It is not much smaller, then also it is smaller than the object, so we can write the word diminished. Okay, so these are the two places where the object are placed, and we are getting the image formation. Okay, so I hope you have understand this one. So now students, we will see next topic, that is sign convention for spherical mirror. So this convention will be applied for both concave and convex mirror. Okay, so these days new Cartesian sign convention is used for measuring the various distances in the ray diagrams of spherical mirrors. Okay, so what are they? Let us see. So I will draw now a concave mirror. Okay, so it can be shown in convex mirror also. Okay, both will have the same rules applied for sign convention. Okay, so as we have many of the components same, okay, whatever pole, principal focus, center of curvature, whatever components are there in spherical mirror, they are same in both concave and convex mirror. Okay, so this is pole, this is principal focus, and this one is center of curvature. So now what is the first point is telling us that all the distances are measured from pole of the mirror as origin. Okay, wherever the distance are measured, so we have to measure the distance, either it will be object distance or we have to measure the image distance. So we have to start from this pole, and this one, it will act as an origin. Okay, so next one, distance measured in the same direction as that of incident light are taken as positive. So that means, suppose if the light rays is coming over here, suppose this is an object AB, so incident light will be directed towards this way. Okay, towards the concave mirror or any mirror. Okay, so now if I measure along the direction of incident ray, so it will be taken what? It will be positive sign, it will have a positive sign. Understand? So suppose this one is object, and if I measuring the distance of the object from here to here, so it will be opposite, it will be in the opposite direction of the object or incident light rays. So if opposite to the direction of incident ray, it will be taken what? Negative sign will be there. Okay, but if I have to measure along the direction of the incident ray. Suppose some image has formed here, suppose A dash and B dash. So what our first rule is telling us, that we have to measure anything that is from the pole. Okay, so if I have to measure the distance of the image, so it should be measured from pole to the image. Okay, and what will be our direction of measuring? It will be the direction along the direction of the incident light rays. So whatever the distance we are measuring for along the direction of the incident ray, we are taking that distance as positive. But in case if I have to measure the distance of the object, I have to measure it from the pole. So after measuring from the pole, I have to go opposite to the direction of the incident ray. So that direction, measurement of that direction will be in the negative. Okay, so this is the second point. So this one I can draw here also, same thing. Okay, so the third point is distance measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as positive. So if I have to measure in upward direction, in this direction, okay, above the perpendicular to the principal axis, this is our principal axis. Principal axis. So now this one, if I have to measure in a perpendicular direction, in a upward direction, so that sign will be in positive. Okay, that measurement, whatever value we will be getting after measuring from principal axis perpendicular to the principal axis in a upward direction, then whatever value we will be getting, that value will be in positive. Okay, next the fourth one, that will be if it is in the downward direction. If it is perpendicular but in the downward direction, then it will be have a negative value. Our measurement will be in negative way. Okay, so these are the sign convention, and this sign convention we will be using in our next topic, that is the mirror formula. And lastly, the most important part is whenever you place the object, you have to place the object in the left hand side of the mirror. So that means the reflecting surface of the mirror should always be faced upon the left side. Okay, and you have to place the object in the left side. So our next topic is mirror formula. Okay, what is mirror formula? A formula which gives the relationship between image, one is image, distance, okay, that is symbolized as small v, then after object distance, that is symbolized by small u, and the focal length. Third one is focal length, that is symbolized as small f. Okay, and when what will be the relationship between that three things? The formula will be formed as 1 by v plus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. This is our mirror formula, where v is image distance, u is object distance, and f is the focal length. Okay, now whatever sign convention we have learned just earlier, that sign convention we have to use while solving any questions of mirrors. That is, either it will be concave mirror or it will have convex mirror. So we need to understand the use of sign convention. Okay, so for that, let me show you for concave mirror how to use the sign convention. Okay, suppose question is of concave mirror. So in concave mirror, what we have to do, so if you have seen the image formation of concave mirror, so if I draw here one concave mirror, this is reflecting surface. Okay, this is the back part of the concave mirror. So generally what happens here, so where will be the object? Where the object will be in front of the mirror. Okay, so suppose this is object, and suppose image will be formed here. Okay, so let me use the sign convention here for concave mirror. So we will have some values for image distance, we will have some value for object distance, and we will have some value of focal length. So what to put here? If you see here, suppose object is here, image is here, okay, and our pole is here. So what sign convention tells that whenever we require the distance that is opposite to the direction of incident ray, so when the object will be here, our incident ray will be directed towards this. Okay, now every measurement should be measured from the pole. So if I measure the distance of object, that is object distance from the pole, so I have to go opposite to the direction of incident ray. Okay, so that going opposite direction, that will give us a negative value. Okay, so that's why for object distance we have to use minus sign. Okay, in a concave mirror, and any value given here, it will be here in place of u. So next, if I say the image distance, again I have to and reflection. So till then, thank you and take care.